Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Racing. Welcome everybody. Talladega Super Speedway. This is Manny Allegretta and this is the Motorsports Radio Talladega Breakdown. It was the Geico 500 on Sunday from the Monster Track Talladega Super Speedway. Restrictor plate party is restrictor plate also being used on Sunday. 188 laps in a really awesome race. Pole setter Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who would wind up winning on Sunday, will break the whole race down. Stenhouse Jr. in the 17 car. Dale Jr. started second with the double 8, and starting in third, Bart Keselowski with the number 2. Matt Kenseth, Trevor Bayne started fourth and fifth. Talladega, where Darrell Waltrip made his Cup Series debut 45 years ago. Hot and heavy in the heart of Dixie, green flag flies, and they were off at 2:21 p.m. Eastern Time, 1:21 p.m. Central, and the double file field crosses the start-finish line to start Sunday's Super Speedway Showdown. Stenhouse Jr. Maintains the lead through lap 1, but lap 2, a battle between Stenhouse Jr. and Dale Jr. starts brewing. Denny Hamlin drops down into the apron. Not too sure what happened here, but double file starts morphing into a 3-wide monster and some 4-wides out there, and the field positions shuffle around, typical restrictor plate racing. But Stenhouse Jr.'s 17 car in front, with Keselowski running second and Harvick running third at lap 15. Speeds in the mid-190s. Not much gap, delta just tenths of a second between the cars. Fast and furious and tight. And at lap 15, Keselowski moves up to take the lead, going through turn number 4. Stenhouse Jr. drops down to 7th. Harvick moves up to take second, Chase Elliott running third, but then we get to lap 17 and get caution number 1. This would be for Kyle Larson's 42 car into the wall on the back stretch, the super stretch. Cut tire here was the issue. Field gets set for the restart, and we have another new leader, Clint Boyer, with the 14 car, who moved up 6 spots with a race off pit road, and then was back to green at lap 22. Clint Boyer, the leader, Harvick running second, and a battle for the lead now between the 14 and the 4. And then we get at lap number 30 with Kyle Busch as the new race leader. Truex Jr. second, Keselowski third. Clint Boyer drops down to 7th. But at lap 34, Bart Keselowski once again becomes the race leader. And now a battle between Kyle Busch and Keselowski. Keselowski with some debris on his grill. It was a bit of an issue. He was in the lime green Fitzgerald Glider Kits car on Sunday. And then we get to lap number 40, Keselowski, Kenseth, and Kyle Busch top 3. The lap 45, start of the last 10 of stage 1, with Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, and Kurt Busch riding the top 3. Lap 50, Keselowski, Stenhouse Jr., and Joey Logano. So you got these cars so close together, and the positions just constantly keep changing nonstop the whole race. Lap 55 would be the completion of stage number 1. Winner here, Bart Keselowski, goes for the green and white checkered. Top 5 stage 1 finishes. Keselowski for the win. Stenhouse Jr. comes in second. Kyle Busch would finish third. Truex Jr. 4th, and Trevor Bayne comes in 6th. That would be the 2, the 17, the 78, and the 6. And then here's what happened with Matt Kenseth and Daniel Suarez. Now, Denny Hamlin, Kenseth, and Suarez, they decided they were going to pit, and some smart logistics, they were going to pit a couple laps prior to the end of stage 1, figuring that they wouldn't have to pit during the stage caution, okay, which, all right. Now, what happened with Matt Kenseth and Daniel Suarez, they pitted, but pit road was closed. The last 2 laps of stages 1 and 2, they closed pit road. So since Matt Kenseth and Daniel Suarez came in there, they wound up getting a penalty for pitting too soon, and they had to start stage 2 in the back. So stage 2 gets set up, and it was back to green at lap 63 with Denny Hamlin in the lead. He too also pitted before the end of stage 1, but he was lucky and got in there before they closed it. Hamlin in front, Truex Jr. second. But now Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, and Joe Logano top 3 at lap 64. Denny Hamlin in the purple FedEx car. And then lap 80, it was Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch side by side. And then lap 81, Kyle Busch gets by to become the new leader. Kyle Busch with the Skittles car. Then we had the 55 car. Reed Sorensen, he gets into the outside wall at the start-finish line. This would bring out the third caution, lap 81. Restart lap 87 with Trevor Bayne now in the lead, who also he did not pit during this caution. Then we had Ryan Newman chasing him down a little bit. Ryan Newman did get into the lead. He would wind up leading for 2 laps. And we got that information here. Then it was Ty Dillon in front. Then Ryan Newman again. So these two guys going back and forth. Newman in the 31, Ty Dillon in the 3. And then it was some really crazy racing off of this restart from the third caution. A whole ton of shuffling around. But lap 91, we get Clint Boyer in front. And then then we get to lap 91. Into lap 92. And we have Denny Hamlin harassing Clint Boyer, trying to get that 11 car back in front. And then at lap 92, gets the job done. Now inside the last 20 of stage 2. But hold on, because at lap 94, Dale Jr. cracks into the top 3. He was running third at lap 94. So Dale Jr. getting harassed by Kevin Harvick, who is trying to steal third from Dale Jr. But then Dale Jr. winds up moving up to second and Harvick up to third. But Dale Jr. getting on Denny Hamlin. He's trying to get that double 8 in front until Kevin Harvick takes a hold of second place. And then Jimmy Johnson moves up and he would take third. So the 11-4 and the 48 pedal to the metal, and the Yellowhammer stayed Hamlin in front at 196 miles per hour. And then we get to lap 105, the final 5 of stage 2. Now, Kenseth making a green flag pit stop with 3 laps left, trying to pull the same thing he did at the end of stage 1. This time he did it without any penalties. So it looked like JJ was up to something on Sunday. And then we get to lap 110. And this would mark the end of stage number 2 with Denny Hamlin, the winner here. Top 5 finishes for stage 2. Hamlin for the win. Kevin Harvick second. Ryan Blaney would come in third. Truex Jr. fourth. And Jimmy Johnson would come in fifth. The 11-4, 21, 78, and the 48. And then we get ready for stage number 3. Matt Kenseth leads the field for the start of stage 3 in the Circle K car. And then, so that's what the trick is to get. So if you know you had a bunch of green flag racing and you know there's a caution coming at the end of stages 1 and 2, get in there, get your fuel and tires, come back out. So now you can move up to the lead, because if you're the leader, if you're running in 4th and the top 3 guys come in the pit and you don't, you now move up to take the lead. So that is the logistics there. So Kenseth in front in the lead coming out of this start for the stage 3, which was at 116, with Denny Hamlin right next door. And then it's the 20 car. Everybody on the 20 car. Eyes on the 20 car now. And then we have a battle for the lead between that 20 and the 11. But at lap 118, Denny Hamlin moves up to take the lead. Not long, because right after taking that lead, he loses it to Brad Keselowski. Now it's the 2 and the 11 fighting for the lead, but some back and forth going on here. Keselowski, and then what happened was Keselowski got sucked in the middle of a 3 wide. And so now we have Kevin Harvick, who had the opportunity to move up to take the lead. And then at lap 128, we had Jimmy Johnson up there for a brief moment. Kevin Harvick trying to get that lead back. And then at lap 30, he gets a little back and forth between the 4 and the 48. Lap 131, Kevin Harvick back in front. Jimmy Johnson wasn't giving up, so we had a nice little battle between these two guys. But then all of a sudden we get to lap 135, and the whole entire top 3 just got shuffled. Harvick still in front, and all of a sudden we had Aric Almirola running second and Trevor Bayne running third. Trevor Bayne getting chased down by Jimmy Johnson, who dropped down the 4th. He was trying to get back in there. And then this was a fun race. And then we get to lap 138, and this would be the start of the last 50. Probably one of the most exciting races. It was a fun race to watch. Kevin Harvick, Almirola, Joey Logano top 3, and then we get to lap 139, where Joey Logano moved up, and he became the race leader. Kind of thought that Logano was going to try and get 2 in a row. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Logano in front, boogieing, leaving Kevin Harvick in his wake. Harvick would drop down to 3rd. Then we get to lap 144. We have a round of green flag pit stops. The leaders stayed out for a little bit, for a good 5 laps, until they finally came in, and then that allowed Kyle Busch to get up in front to take the lead. And I don't know what happened to Logano. He wound up dropping down to 14th. I even drew a little sad face here. So at lap 155, it was Kyle Busch, Danny Hamlin, Truex Jr., and now all eyes on that 18 car. But then we get caution number 5. This is for Ryan Blaney's 21 car. Gets loose, head on into the outside wall after contact from Stenhouse Jr. This was at lap 160 in the backstretch. They call that the Alabama Super Stretch. Talladega, a monster track. They showed on Fox that you could fit Texas and all 3 of the short tracks in the infield of Talladega. That's how huge. If I say that track makes Daytona like a baby, Brian France wanted a track where these cars could go as fast as they could, so he built Daytona. And after he built Daytona, he wanted a track that was faster than that, so he went out and built Talladega. The 2 tracks in the whole circuit where NASCAR actually owns. So, and of course, the only 2 tracks with restrictor plates. Now, the Xfinity Series, they're going to be doing restrictor plates at Indianapolis, so we'll get to that in a few weeks' time. So we get to this caution, and it's back to green lap 165. Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Truex Jr., top 3. And then we had Chase Elliott in the Hooters car, and then now inside the closing laps with 3 and 4 wide, Kyle Busch taking care of some business. And then right at the start of the last 20, lap 168 with the last 20, but then at 169, ladies and gentlemen, it hit. This was the big one. Now, those folks out there who saw this race yesterday know exactly what I'm about to talk about. Those that missed it, here's what happened. This is a crazy one. All started with Chase Elliott getting loose, and winds up on the actually wound up on the catch fence. Okay, running the wall a little bit. Both tires. This was. Have you ever saw the movie Talladega Nights? Okay, they got that big wreck at the end there. This is what it looked like, and Talladega is known for having big wrecks, and of course everybody calls that the big one. So it was ugly. It got red flagged, and what happened was Chase Elliott got a little loose, and then what happened, he got a little contact in the back from A.J. Allmendinger, and that sent the 24 car up and into the wall. The 47 car wound up flipping, and then everyone just got in there and got it was at least they're saying 16 to 18 cars got involved in this one, but cars was just turning and flipping, man. It looked like a Hollywood stunt, but it was happening for real. AJ Allmendinger's car gets upside down. He was alright. Everybody was right, thank goodness. And then it was 16. It was 16, 18 cars, but a whole bunch. I got 1, 2, 3, 10, about 7 cars who got major damage. The other cars got a little minor damage and were able to get back out there to finish this race. But it was the 24, 47, and then I saw the 22 car get in there and get crumpled up. I said, it's over for my guy. The 77, the 20 to 6, the 95 to 3, and the 78. And some others. Chase Elliott, A.J. Allmendinger, Joey Logano, Eric Jones, Matt Kenseth, Trevor Bayne, Michael McDowell, Austin Dillon, and Truex Jr., and Danica Patrick. I forgot to put the number 10 in there. All were done for the day after this one. I took out half the field. And yes, I did see Talladega Nights. I did mention that it was a good beer drinking movie. It was alright. I liked it. So now, thankfully, everybody was okay. Danica Patrick, she wanted to go into the infield wall pretty hard, okay? And Chase Elliott's car, man, that car was it was into the fence. Now, that's pretty high up there. You got that wall, and then the fence starts. He was up, the front of the car, the front tires, okay, were up on the top of the wall. That's how hot. That whole car just got airborne. And then you saw that 47 car just flipping, and then everyone else just got collected trying to get out.